night parents, ways to follow the show, latenightparents.com. We have Tony D also in the queue. I know it's a small window before the evening NBA games are prepared to start. Hope everyone is doing well. Ran a couple of archive broadcasts today, one for Memorial Day. One we did earlier today with Adaptive Sports and with the Gold Star Mom. So I thought it was apropos to run those broadcasts earlier today. Also did an episode that I did many, many years ago. I just thought I would re-air it on this network. It was just the first time you're hearing it. And you could find it in my archive feed on relationship experts, Jeff and Poppy Spencer. What was unique about the interview is between the two of them, they had been married 5 times with 4 divorces. But a couple like that, can tell you about everything that you think could possibly happen in regards to relationships. So I hope to catch up with them because I think I had that conversation with them maybe 4 or 5 years ago. What else do I have in the queue? Aired an interview with Jed Key. Very interesting, intelligent young man who's, I'm not sure which college. I think Ohio State. He's going to, but he's from Lehigh out here. For those on Long Island who are aware of Lehigh, it's Lutheran High School. What else? I actually got to meet that young man at a Long Island Nets game. This is pre-pandemic, and he's about 6 feet 9 inches.
Damn.
I mean, he's a big boy. But so I'm looking to reconnect with him also. Another one that I do want to get in contact with again is Jesse Kozłowski. He's an MMA fighter, very young, 21, really smart, intelligent, sharp, young man who's an MMA fighter, and he made it to Bellator. So I want to catch up with him. So what I'll do on some Sundays, go into the vault, replay some old episodes that were never aired on this network. And you guys get to check out my interview skills. These are originally podcasts, so there wasn't any video feed because we did some of these, back maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. But Tony D is in the building. Tony, the Knicks got the pants beat off of them. They're down 3-1.
I plead the fifth.
I don't know. Anthony Davis is in the room. Anthony, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
What's up, man? Yeah, he played Uno with us last night.
I saw you guys. So let me give you the rundown. Yesterday, so I can talk crap because my wife's not here right now. She yanked me, and we were at the mall and here and there and Target and all this other stuff, and I was just like, okay. And then we finally got home. Went to Outback last night. Anthony Davis, who plays for the Lakers.
Yeah.
How is Anthony Davis, who plays for the Lakers, also on Haps right now? Oh wait, this is not the famous basketball player.
We can be there. We can go there. We can go there.
So we went to Outback, came back. That's why I saw you guys. I jumped in because Vaughn was kind enough to invite me. And as I was jumping in, he was like, "Hey, the broadcast is over. We're going over to play Uno." And
yeah, we have been up there about 2.5 hours already. So.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
So were you up there all night long playing Uno?
Nah, I did 3 hands and came down because little man was already asleep, and I know I was gonna have to get up with him in the morning. So I played twice, and then Brian came up there and said, "Oh no, you ain't going nowhere. No, no, no." I said, "Man, damn." So I had to play one more hand with it, but it was fun. It was fun.
Okay.
It's a car for bringing it together and putting it in place. For real, because that's her thing. Her and Brian do that all the time. Literally, they do it all the time. And there's a crew that talks. I think Brian's got a crew. They talk wrestling, MMA, UFC. A few of them, TJ the Prodigy and them, they all do that. But there's a little gaming clique, if you will, and they fun.
Okay.
It was open invite. She was like, she's gonna do Uno. So listen, I found a deck of cards upstairs. I'm gonna go get it. She's like, yeah, you need to come on. Don't be scared. I said, scared. Walk up, please. So I had to go ahead and do my thing last night. So it was all right. We had a ball with it. They was up there 5 hours. I saw it this morning.
I thought it was funny that Vaughn said he had never played Uno.
He wasn't the only one. I think Veda, she was in the conversation. She said she had never played before. It just never came her way. And I used to play with my cousins when I was younger. My cousins,
Right.
That was their game. And I always leave it for them. Anytime somebody bring up Uno, like, I can't play unless I'm playing with them. So that was our childhood thing. But she brought it up for here. And I'm like, yeah, I can get around. I got to see if I found a deck. There was one upstairs. So there it is. We can do it. Now they want to talk about doing Cards Against Humanity online. I think John Powell and them be doing that. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know about that game.
I don't know about that. What's that about?
It's best when you're drinking, but you pick a card that has a topic, and any random card can be the answer. You don't want to see some of them answers. You don't want to see some of the questions and topics. No, man. It's grown folks. It's grown folks.
It's real talk?
Straight grown folks.
Okay.
Straight grown folks.
So, just to recap, Friday we had a conversation.
Excellent conversation.
Interesting. A lot of different personalities. And they came in phases because, we kind of started off, myself and True. And then once I usually get through a few topics, I say, okay, let's open the doors up of the church and everyone comes on through. And
it became a club after becoming a church.
Yeah, it really did. It really did. We went from saints to sinners.
we went from the synagogue to the tunnel.
Yes. Oh man, the tunnel, Latin Quarter,
all of it.
The Muse,
all of it. House party, block party, everything.
Yes. So we went there. It was engaging conversation.
That's what you want.
It was engaging conversation. And I think it's conversation that should be able to take place amongst adults, amongst men.
Agreed.
And women are also invited. I don't want to leave anyone out. It's not like...
Shout out to Heavenly Dew for not coming up.
I know. Oh, my goodness.
Big up.
We're gonna get her up there on one of these Fridays.
We're gonna make her the queen. We're gonna make her the queen of late night parents, and she looked out for us. We're gonna make her the queen.
Sunday Night Smoke is in.
Get that ass up here, son. Get that ass up in here. Get that ass on up in here.
Sunday Night Smoke is in the building.
You ain't busy right now. Get up here. TJ, I need you, bro. Ted, I'm gonna bring TJ in if you don't mind, man.
TJ who?
TJ the Prodigy. We were just talking about him a minute ago.
TJ the Prodigy.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him in.
The one and only.
That's right. I got you, bro. You filling up. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I want to say let's bring in Anthony Davis. I think he will contribute. Plus, I had a good back and forth with him yesterday. That was awesome. I would definitely welcome him if you don't mind.
Fellas, what's up? How we doing?
DJ, what's good?
What's going on, man?
Chilling. How y'all doing?
All right.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna bring Ann in, man.
Bring Ann in.
Yeah. Come on in,
everyone's welcome.
Especially you, Ted. I've seen you in my video a couple times, but I've never had the chance to actually interact with you. So
I come through, I drop jewels, I'll drop coins, and I'm getting on out of there.
Absolutely, I know you.
TJ, what's good, bro?
It's good to finally meet you, at least virtually.
Likewise.
Absolutely. Remember what I told you earlier too, man. We ain't finished.
Absolutely. And I love the topic y'all have. I like to work with youth and help encourage youth. And I'm a very advocate of, especially helping minority boys because they get ignored the most. So I love this topic. I've seen y'all put this up a couple times and I couldn't wait to finally get on one.
Oh, yes. You here. Live is back.
Yes. before we start talking about at-risk youth or any of those type of topics, I want to let you know, love your commentary, whether it's WWE, whether it's back in the day, NWA, WCW, MMA, LFC, you name it. And your boy who runs with you, Shotgun, the Mr. MMA.
Yeah, Brock's on the JoJo. Yep.
Yes. Love what he does. And he's also in New York, probably about 30, 40 miles away from me.
Y'all to both New Yorkers? I know Anthony.
I'm a native. He's still up there. Yeah, I'm a native. He's still up there. So, yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. Which part are you from?
That's what's up.
I was born in Queens.
Queens. Okay. Well, Ted, you from Bronx?
Queens.
Y'all Queens boys. Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, we Queens, and I migrated out to Long Island.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
migrated out to Long. Well, really, my wife migrated us out to Long Island. I was like, where are we moving to?
Right. Y'all say bro a lot out there. Or is that just an Italian thing? I hear bro a lot after y'all talk. Bro this, bro that. I hear a lot of Long Island talk like that.
It's bro, or you wanna put
Homie.
When we talk is we'll say Brody.
Okay.
They say that down. We still stick with Holmes and homie and
so that's the deal. So what's going on in your world, man? How's life? How's Haps? How's social media? How are you doing?
I vibrate on a pretty high energy, man. So I'm always grateful. My channel's growing a lot. You know what I mean? Specifically, which is hard because I'm a believer that social media is very biased towards women. And I don't mean to say that to be disrespectfully, but I think it's easier for women to succeed on social media versus men because they have social media is very visual friendly, and women are more visually friendly than men, obviously. So a woman, I don't think she has to have as much substance to be successful. And what I mean by that is obviously it's women that do. But what I mean by that is all she got to do is say, "Come talk to me," and either be pretty, have a breast in the screen, or both, and she'll get 500,000 viewers just off that. That's just me. I don't know if y'all look at the same.
Boy, TJ. Let me tell you this one.
Nah, you ain't starting with that. I never thought about it that way.
With the amount of attention this channel and Tony's channel gets, and you making those comments, you're gonna make yourself a lot of friends. In air quotes, friends. I just think I hear you. I don't know. It's just different. Because like I look at Twitch and I see you have a woman who's scantily dressed. She's in in one of those small pools, and she's playing video games, and she's got 14,000 eyeballs on her.
They give a damn about what she's wearing and how she looks.
Right. And it's like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, look at what you're subjecting yourself to. But then again, at the time, the other piece of it is she's engaged. She initiated this. See, it's I take your comment and I receive it in a way of, okay, it could be received both ways. Whereas, like I said, I gave that example of the person on Twitch, the woman who's looking for the clicks, and then the women that are, kind of objectified, the women that are kind of looked at in a certain way. But I mean, I will agree with the point where you're like, it's easier for women to, have the eyeballs on them versus the men. Mm-hmm. I agree with that part. But some of the stuff you were to the left. You were kind of to the left. I was like, oh.
I specifically was on the left on. I really want to know.
I'm just saying, like, when you said to the point where they don't have to have as much substance, because then they'll say, "Whoa, where are you going with that?" And I'm just saying, from me knowing you, and from Tony inviting you and all of us clicking on this, you didn't mean it that specific way. Like, oh, women don't have anything to say. All they got to do is, be dressed slightly inappropriately, and all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. Here come the viewers.
Absolutely.
But I'm rolling with you. And I'm not upset.
Hey,
I'm not like, oh my God, TJ, you have to leave the room right now.
Yeah.
I am. I didn't say the word. I'm offended.
Mm-hmm.
So I still love you the same.
Absolutely. And likewise, Ted. Can I just add this part, and then we can whatever direction I want to go at this point, I'm cool with.
Yeah.
And I like the part that you said. They'll disagree. That's fine. That's why I make these shows, to invite the women so you can call in and give your perspective of A, what you disagree with, or B, I like to have balance on my shows. You know how many shows I done made with the purpose of getting women on there, and I've only been successful. One comes in the comment section. She says she'll start getting on soon, but she primarily broadcast from our phone, which we know that these apps make your phone get very hot because you burning the CPU out really quickly on it when it's phone.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I might have her, but it's been times I honestly was like, if y'all threatened by any, because I have all my guest hosts are somewhat alpha males. We just we play with each other, we bug with each other, but maybe that's off-putting to women because I'm not looking at it from their perspective, so I don't know. If I come in the show, you got 4 rowdy dudes up in there talking about, man, that girl look good or whatever, and they only heard 5 seconds of that, and there's no context. Maybe they'll think all these dudes are sexist, D-bags or whatever.
Well, they'll think they're pigs. They'll think they're pigs. And I would tell you, the young lady who's going to get on your show, I would suggest her not to get on through her phone, get on through a computer, a screen, so that she can have the correct lighting and everything else like that. Absolutely. And that the computer, you pull up the website, because just like any other app, things can get problematic because, you don't know how old the phone is. You don't know this. These apps are, the way some of these apps are made versus if you have a new phone, you got nothing to worry about. But if you have like an older type phone, that's something else.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know if Ted knows the girl, but you definitely know her, Tony, because you've been on video. You know Dez. Dez, my homie, Desiree Mathis.
Yeah, Desiree Peeps.
Yeah. Dez might get on one of my shows at some point. Dez likes, from what I understand, she likes our content. So she's told me she has at least. So we're trying to get her at some point. We go try. Oh man, y'all got Sunday nights. Sunday night smoke podcast.
Sunday night smoke has pulled up. Yeah. Somebody give him a sound effect, please. We need shots fired.
Kaboom! Sunday night smoke is in the building.
Yeah, I got a sound effect for y'all.
What it do?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up, Chris? How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, Sunday night smoke is in the building.
Oh hell, here he is.
Really good.
Here the hell he is.
Man.
Here the hell he is.
Don't bother looking at the camera. This shit is shaky.
No.
Listen.
What it do?
Ace, you gotta help out the little. We gotta help out our homie TJ. He's about to go down the deep end.
What up?
Talking about the women.
Oh,
and social media.
TJ, we need shots fired.
I gotta keep my language.
This is a respectable show, okay?
Yeah, that's why I stopped after.
Shucks.
Here we go.
Listen. Before we even get started, as most people know, we have a lot of fun. We crack a lot of jokes. No one on this panel has a thin skin.
The drama has started.
And there's a lot of love.
The drama has started.
That's it. Because you know how people will look at this. They're like, "Oh my God, they said this." I'm like, stop.
This is James, aka the bald-headed bastard himself.
James is in the building.
Yes, indeed. I've never talked to James, but I've seen James around.
No, he was not ready for this dude.
Let me tell you, after tonight's broadcast, James is gonna follow you. You're gonna follow James, and we're gonna build this thing right here.
It's going down. It's going down.
Mm-hmm.
Ace World, Sunday Night Smoke. What's going on, James? What's going on?
I'm doing well.
We in the building, man.
Nothing, man.
Yeah, we here. I'm just laying back, letting you do the damn thing. I'm just in the cut.
You know me. I'm your moderator / facilitator, and I usually just let it go at some point.
May I ask
put my mask on?
May I ask one question? Sunday Night Smoke?
Go ahead.
Wait, what was that, Eleanor? Hello, gentlemen.
And James.
I know Eleanor too. What's up, Eleanor?
Shots fired.
How you doing? Yeah.
Yo, TJ, go ahead.
So, smoke. What do y'all talk about on your? Do y'all talk about actual smoke, or is that more of a metaphor type thing? What do you talk about on your podcast?
It's more like a metaphor. We do different topics every week. Every week we got a new episode, new topics. So every week it changes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm not a big. I smoke cigars, but I'm more of. I take more like CBD gum and stuff like that. I don't smoke though, but I
smoke cigars too. You know what? Let's have a cigar. Let's go get a cigar.
Yeah, light up. But we
Stogies in the building.
I don't smoke.
Light up.
I don't smoke
I got my electronic. I got my vape. We in here. Work your magic.
Vaping, man. Dude,
I don't smoke.
Tony, stop the vaping, man.
No.
That shit ain't good for your lungs, bro.
If you don't brush your teeth and use mouthwash, I agree.
So let me get this
when
straight.
I say smoke, but my thing is, I'm sorry, pardon me, Big
Oh,
Ted.
by the way,
no, go ahead.
Look at his shirt. Look at his
shirt. Yeah, smoke doesn't mean
it
smoking literally.
Look, XR.
But you know.
To the moon, baby.
To the moon, bitches. I see you, bro. I see you. I might have to get me one.
James, where are you from? Where are you from,
Chicago.
James? You from Chicago? Guess where I'm from.
Oh, shit. That's your neighbor.
Guess where I'm from. I'm from Chicago.
Oh,
that's your neighbor.
I grew up in Northside, Monticello, Montrose.
I was born out north. I live out south. I live off I-57, 119th Street.
Yeah, I grew up. I
live in West Florida.
I moved out in '89.
Okay, I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't born in '91, so you way.
Love it.
I just have an older person's mind, but I'm
a young.
I'll be 30.
Wait, I thought Tony
you got an old soul.
An older crowd, man. What's up?
Watch your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I think like the 25 know the crowd. Yeah. Coin, what's up? Y'all the Coin in the house. That's my boy Coin. What's up from VOP? What's up, Coin? Yeah. If y'all don't know Coin, he's really cool.
I don't know Coin. What's Mike talking about?
He from my camp. Coin's from my camp.
Yo, I gotta.
Peace.
Hey, Mike, you might have to come up and break that down, bro.
Break it real quick. Break the news real quick, Mike. Come on up. You invited.
Hey, get Chrissy up here too if you get a chance. We might run out of room. She was first one up before a couple other folks, but Coin 69.
I'll give her space because I'm on the road. I'm kind of just, you know what I mean? I'm on location out here. So
you're still supposed to be with us at 1.2, man. We might just drop you down. You can't go nowhere because we got to finish up some of your stuff.
I'm gonna drop down.
Y'all rock the show, man. You can't drop down, you man.
Dude, I'm here. I'm omnipresent.
I know, but we got room for 8. We got room for 8. Anthony
ever omnipresent.
I'm the Alpha and the Omega.
Omnipresent.
All right, so Sunday Night Smoke, before you go, when does your show come on? Sunday Night Smoke?
Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time, baby. And we also got a secondhand smoke show, and that comes on 5 p.m. Fridays. Okay. So we doing it. That's what we doing. So tonight, actually, we aired today. Pardon me, sir.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. We aired today at 12 noon. So we did the show early. 12 noon, we went on the air live, opposed to 8 p.m. today.
Shout out to T-Roney.
So, yes, me and T-Roney went on live earlier, 12 p.m. show. You guys can catch the replay. It's available up here at Haps TV, also available on YouTube, Vlog Talk Radio, and WZFG FM. So that's where we at with it, Playboy. Check it out.
One question with Sunday night before you leave, Rico. What's up with the ski mask picture, man? Is that supposed to mean something? Like, what does that mean? Like, I'm new, so you got it. What does it mean?
Well, I just wanted something for you guys to be able to focus on while I was talking. You know what I'm saying? So I was just looking for the most interesting shit in the car. So I said, oh shit.
Besides the transmission,
instead of throwing the mask on literally, I'm like, fuck it, let me just show y'all the package.
Yeah,
the mask and the gator.
He said ski mask with the ransom note.
Right.
You heard? Word.
I was about to say, don't give anybody any other reason to be scared of a bunch of black men on camera. That's all I want to add up.
I'll go get mine.
Hey man, if you heard my show, you'd have no reason to be scared of me. You have a good time.
I mean, I'm not scared of you, but I'm saying other people. They're like, what? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not worried about them. No, I'm not worried about them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people feel what they don't understand. So it is what it is.
Where you from? Sunday night. I asked everybody but you. Where you from?
New York, USA, baby.
All y'all New Yorkers on here, man.
New Yorkers, baby.
Native New Yorkers.
We got some Chicago. We got some Chicago in the building.
Yeah.
Chicago's where it's at, man. We're second to
Chicago.
I hear you, dude.
So listen, Sunday Night Smoke. Make sure you subscribe to TJ because he's got his own click.
He already is.
Okay.
I'm on him. Yeah,
okay,
I'm on him.
I want to make
sure.
sure.
Up to him before. Yeah, the Prodigy. Yeah, you mentioned him before, so he was one of the first. I looked him up the other day. Actually, one of the first newer heads that I pulled up into the mix. I was like, there he go. That's him right here. I saw him on the feed. So
can somebody?
He getting busy yesterday.
I'm sorry not to cut because this is something that's very, very interesting, and this was something that was really big on me. Tony, man, you discussed this from us, Barry's page. Apparently, I heard that everybody's eligible for sponsorship, but I was trying to check mine from my phone. The phone is formatted differently from the web browser. So when somebody get a second, can y'all go to my page and see if it says sponsors me? Because I'm not sure if I qualify for it.
Everyone is qualified.
Okay, so that's new then. Okay,
that's new. Hey, hang on. Let me see.
I'm about to look now myself. Everybody can sponsor. I don't know what's going on. That's been up there since I came on Haps. You can sponsor everybody.
Hey, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm qualified either. Why don't you all sponsor?
PJ, I don't see you being listed as qualified for sponsorship.
Okay, I thought not. Yeah, because what I did was, and this might be useful to y'all on here if y'all don't know already. I emailed the people from Haps because I don't know why it's not a direct button to ask somebody that, but that's weird to me. So I emailed them. They said you have to have 500 concurrent viewers per podcast to qualify for. So I was still under the opposite of that. So apparently,
just came out of radio.
Hey, we got the real Mike in the comment section from the MMA for Money show. Mike always represents.
What up, Mike?
What's going on, Mike?
Got more rhymes than the cops at a Dunkin' Donuts.
Eleanor's in the building.
Eleanor's awesome. What's up, Eleanor?
Eleanor Marie. What it do?
I came to get down.
So I was under the impression from all that back and forth that everyone is now able to be sponsored, and that's not the case.
That sucks.
So who do I need to call?
I still question that when you broadcast,
I guess the people that created
it'll say at the beginning that you can sponsor somebody. Right now, I'm looking at where I can sponsor Ted's work. You ain't got 500 people all the time.
No,
it's right there.
The only time I get 500 people was when when Ted Hicks and Michael tagged me. Then
Band Thrust or whatever. Michael from Toronto.
Plus fucking yours.
Yeah, Michael Band from Toronto.
Shit. Yo, chill.
We might have to collectively talk to somebody because, like, I'm dude. Anybody that know me know I work almost 7 days a week, and a lot of people love my channel. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking like. How am I not eligible for sponsor with the amount of content I've brought to? I'm not. It's not even salt. Or I'm not mad. It's just I really want to know how. What do I need to do? I literally work like 6 days a week. You know, like, and I average about 1,000 viewers a week. So I don't understand what the problem is. You know,
I'll make a call for you.
I thought everyone was available for sponsorship now.
I thought everyone was available from all the back and forth. That's what they said
in the last meeting.
Right. So you know what? Let me see if Peter's available.
Yeah, pull him up. Pull up on Pete.
Yeah.
Is Pete the guy that call in if you have like a technical issue? Is that Peter?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, look. Why you pulling up on Pete? Let me take the ski mask off. I don't want him to get shook.
Pause. You can't. Don't pull on Peter. That's pause. Eleanor, how you doing? I've never seen you on camera. I know you because you come in my video or something. How are you?
Eleanor's awesome. Always remember, Eleanor's awesome.
Am I all frozen?
Yeah, you look like wherever you at looks really cloudy. I would get in the house if I was you. It looks scary. Where are you?
It is cloudy. It's raining.
Where do you live?
Cloudy and wet.
She's in
Denver?
Colorado.
Well, Aurora?
Yeah,
What
she's
do
in
you say?
Colorado. She's in Colorado.
I can tell with that sky looking like that. Yeah, I figured she was somewhere where it was a lot of mountains or something like that.
I said solely mountains and the sea. Love will conquer if you. That's one of my favorite songs by Prince. I'm sorry.
Dude, Tony, your song just came on the radio.
Which one?
You want me to turn it up? You can't hear it?
I'm damn near afraid of what the hell it is, but what is it?
Yo, what's this fucking guy's name? I gotta bring him on the show.
Who doesn't like this song? Come on now.
Oh, that's crazy.
I gotta Google the words to that song. They said that shit so fast, it was ridiculous.
Oh man.
I
You
watched
need
the
to know Staying
documentary
Alive.
too. That's a hell of a documentary on cable.
All you need to know is the hook.
Woo! Who doesn't like that song? Come on now.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yo,
BG.
Tay,
Yo,
this is just you guys, you were just on a humble stream. You just pulled up like on a humbug, or you
yeah.
had
This is just a humble because you
Elan
know
style. Okay.
I just wanted to rag on the Knicks a little bit.
Oh,
Man, chill, son.
I just
Not
wanted to
yet.
rag on the Knicks.
PJ,
Not yet.
get the
Chill,
sound effects
son.
ready. PJ, get the sound effects ready.
Okay.
Chill. Yeah. Can we get some? Yo, Prodigy,
Drop
can
the
we get
bomb
some
on that
effects?
I got y'all with some sound effects.
Drop the
Hold on,
ball.
Get like a disgruntled crowd effect, like boo, like get out of
Yeah, do
here.
the booze. Boo.
Yeah,
They
get the booze
are,
on.
Trae Young is killing us.
dude.
Hey, if it makes y'all feel any better, the Bulls suck too. I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
Dude.
Yeah, they do.
I
They do.
stopped watching basketball when Michael Jordan retired. That's all I'm saying.
Ah.
That's all I'm
So
saying.
good.
That's all
That
I'm
means we need to
saying.
buy you an Elton Brand jersey.
Elton Brand.
I do y'all one better on the sound effects. This man said he stopped. You don't even like LeBron, bro? Kobe? Like KD? Nobody? Come on, man.
No, fuck LeBron, dude. LeBron's a punk. He's a punk. He's a punk. Every young kid that likes LeBron, I educate him on Michael Jordan. I school him on Michael Jordan. I'm like, you don't know shit if you think if Kobe, or no, not Kobe, but if you think, I like Kobe Bryant, but if you think freaking LeBron James is the man, you don't know anything about
Ooh, sound effects rock.
Are we going to be? Who is that? Is that the Sunday Night Smoke? Let's be scholarly and technical for a second. LeBron has already passed Jordan in 3 categories by the age of 32.
blah blah championships.
I'm not in the conversation. I'm not even in this conversation. I'm just
y'all New
laughing.
Yorkers kind of sound the same. I'm sorry about that. I don't know who's that talking right now. Nick?
Wow.
This is Smoke, baby.
Okay, Smoke. Yeah, I thought that's who I'll talk to. Yeah, you can say rings, but LeBron is still active. He's has 4. He's still got time left. He can catch 6. You don't think he can catch 6 in 2 years?
He can. I didn't say he couldn't. I don't know why. I'm just sitting back listening to y'all. I ain't saying nothing about it. I know Braun is fugazi. That's all I know about Braun. But we'll see what it
Okay, y'all got to say names when y'all talk. Who just said LeBron's Fugazi? Who just said that?
Smoke.
Come on, bro.
Braun is fugazi.
No, homie, no. Hey, are you one of those?
It depends on how old you are, though. It depends on if that's the best that you've seen in your lifetime. Like if you're in your 20s, then I can't. It's not a conversation.
I'll be 30 next month. But
okay,
yeah, I'm a little older than you.
Wait, you're not even 30, dude.
That's all I'm saying. No disrespect. No disrespect. We came up in different eras of basketball.
yeah, no, it's a different era. So
do you want to hear Sunday night? Do you want to hear something interesting though? You want to hear something?
Hey, James, get your mic a little closer too. We can barely hear you, James. But go ahead, TJ.
It's funny that you say that because my dad works.
Music down.
My dad works for the Chicago Bulls. He has
All right.
since 1998. So I've been to a lot of games. I've met a lot of players. I went to high school with Derrick Rose. Well, not high school with him. We were in the same basketball conference. He was a senior when I was a freshman in high school. His team called Simeon in high school. I went to John Marshall Harlan, which is named after the famous U.S. lawyer. That's where I went to high school at.
Copy.
So he was a freshman. I'm sorry, I was a freshman when he was a senior. They used to kick our ass by like 100 points in basketball. I've met him several times. I met Michael Jordan once. I met Alonzo Mourning a couple times. I met LeBron once because my dad, he's the engineer for the Bulls and the Blackhawks at the United Center in Chicago. So I saw the Jordan era when he was winning. Now, granted, was I 7 or 8 years old? Of course, but I knew what was going on because my dad would not let me not watch anything but that. I'll have to sneak in another room to watch wrestling because my dad and my uncles hated wrestling, but I found a way to watch it all the time. But I know a little bit. I know quite a bit about Michael Jordan. I just like
Dude,
LeBron.
can I tell you a quick story? When I was growing up in Chicago, when Michael Jordan was in his prime, my friend, who is half Jewish, half Italian, his father is a police officer, and he eventually became a police officer, and we had connection. I mean, and if you know anything about Chicago, who runs Chicago at the time, it was Richard Daley, the mayor, the mob, and the police. Right, those three entities ran.
They run
Chicago.
every city.
Right. So we used to get in the clubs, whatever, and we'd have the mob connection, the police connection, whatever. But his grandfather, this old fucking guy in his Cadillac with leather seats, smoking cigars with the windows up. We ride us around. We were still young kids in Chicago, take us to where we wanted to go. And he would talk like this. And Michael Jordan was in his prime. And we'd be in the back seat and he'd be like this. You fucking kids don't even know. You're watching this fucking guy in his prime. The greatest motherfucking basketball player ever. He was so right. He was so fucking right, man.
Jordan was dope, but I'm not going to deny LeBron his accomplishments.
Oh, Tony.
You can't deny his accomplishments.
Dude, the consistency, his consistency
in this modern era, yeah.
He's got enough postseason games to make a regular season, man. Come on, we got to give him something.
You do give him something. You get 4 titles. You get 4 rings.
A block.
Don't be Jim Roman me. Don't be Jim Roman me.
You know what though? I will say this. I used to not like what's his name? Dennis Rodman when he played for the Detroit Pistons. Until he became a motherfucking Bull. And then I love that motherfucker.
I mean, they worked with him on the Bulls. I'm surprised he didn't last with San Antonio. They should have been. San Antonio would have did the same thing with Dennis Rodman that the Bulls did.
Facts. Oh yeah, I forgot he San Antonio.
San Antonio and them should have done the same thing with the Bull with Dennis Rodman that the Bulls did. All straight deep, no bullshit. And when you saw when Jordan wasn't there and Rodman and Pippen had a little thing going, them boys were sick. The Bulls were sick, but LeBron, let's be clear. LeBron stayed healthy most of his career. Jordan didn't. LeBron has consistent seasons. Jordan doesn't. Jordan has the titles, but we got to look past the titles because they had to change the NBA for Jordan. They changed it for LeBron too. They tried to change
on steroids. That's what kept him going.
Man. They made
some steroids. Got LeBron juicing. You know that.
For LeBron to score in his
era.
Exactly.
They made it way easier for LeBron to score points in his era. Jordan was getting hacked like a motherfucker to try to score points. Why do you think he learned? And why do you think when he was older, he learned how to hit that three-pointer? Because he got older and he wasn't going to go inside and get hacked to death.
Yeah, they gave him room. No, they gave Kobe room.
Right.
They gave Kobe room too. I don't care what nobody said. Kobe was not all that. Kobe balled fine. But they tried
Kobe was better than LeBron. Stop it. Kobe Bryant's better than LeBron. Stop it.
He didn't
stop
it.
It goes Jordan,
Bryant status.
Listen, Nick Van Exel would have been dope to me. Nick Van Exel was sweet.
No. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. There you go. I'll give you LeBron 3. I'll give you LeBron number 3. That's
the top 3. The top 3.
LeBron is not better than Kobe, so stop it.
No, I'm not gonna say LeBron's better than Kobe. No, it's a different.
So I was gonna say, don't
say that.
You guys
just ran Mike Patton out the room.
Mike will be all right. Might need to get back up in here and stop playing. We gotta listen to Tennessee Titans football all the time. Listen to some basketball. I'm still going with that bullshit.
LeBron James would be a great tight end.
Say what now?
LeBron James would be a great tight end on a football team.
Yeah, he would.
LeBron's a good basketball player. I'm not going to make him the greatest, but he's a great basketball player.
You know, so can I add this, Tony?
Yes, please.
Something a lot of people forget about LeBron James. that, yeah, you could say, oh, he flops, blah, blah, blah. It's a weaker league. They let him score. It's valid points to all of that. However, something a lot of people forget about LeBron James. LeBron James has been playing very competitive basketball since he's been like 12 years old. He came straight from high school. It was a grown. It had sponsorships back then when he's a McDonald's All-American. You cannot deny what he's done for basketball, how dominant he's been for basketball. Like, he's been playing grown man. Another thing a lot of people conveniently forget. LeBron James in his third season took a weak-ass Cleveland Cavaliers team to the finals against a dominant San Antonio Spurs. Yes, they got himself. However, he took a garbage.
Yeah, they were dominant, right?
By himself.
He's
good in 4 positions on the court.
And that's another thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to take that.
And here's the biggest thing you can hear about faggot ass LeBron.
Man,
hold on. One thing. Hold on. One last thing I said, LeBron. One last thing I said about LeBron. How many players can say they took 3 separate teams to the finals and won? He literally took 3 separate teams to the finals.
We got it already.
Shaquille O'Neal, right?
I think Shaq.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay,
was it 2?
Shaq was a 2-teamer. He only won the title with 2 teams, but he's been to the finals with 3 different teams.
3 different teams.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we get it? Can we at least agree on that Sunday night?
We can agree. We'll give you anything you want. LeBron's the greatest of the world. I'm done.
No, I'm not going to.
I don't want to talk about no. I don't want to talk about
now.
Mad at LeBron.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
Mad at him, but I'm just tired of hearing people stroking his genie all the time. Like, let's let it.
You tired of that when he was all on Jordan's dick? Are you serious?
I didn't say nothing. I didn't mention Jordan one fucking time in this conversation. What are y'all talking about?
Jordan's dick.
Get out of here with that. I didn't say anything about Jordan.
They was on Jordan.
I did not say Jordan one fucking time today.
Straight up.
What are y'all talking about?
I know people from Chicago that were tired of talking about Jordan. Straight up when I was in college. But the one thing everybody will have,
no fucking Jordan.
The one thing they will have on LeBron that I will give all the Jordan fans, LeBron came into the league crowned already. That's the one thing I will give y'all. He came in crowned. He came in with $100 million before he touched the court. They was going to make him that. I give y'all that 100%. But the man can play ball. I'm not going to deny because he was hell
about Jordan. I talked my son up so much about Michael Jordan, and I only bought Michael Jordan sneakers that I got my son. I guess I foolishly got it in his head. He only wants Jordans now. He won't accept any sneakers unless they're Jordan. I'm like, dude, these Pumas look great. What about these Adidas? He's like, they ain't fucking Jordans. I'm like, you don't have to always have Jordans. He's like, I only want Jordans.
Listen. We gotta watch the language. We got Eleanor in the room.
I'm sorry.
We don't want Eleanor offended.
Eleanor, my
bad.
No, Eleanor, I have to say that.
Yeah, he's like, I only want Jordans.
You owe Eleanor a pair of Jordans for that language.
No, I'll take the Adidas.
Adidas? All right. You owe a pair of Adidas for that language.
Did you guys see the story? This is a true story. The kids of Michael Jordan, they were interviewed, and the interviewer asked them, tell us something that we don't know about your father, right? And they said, well, when we used to bring our friends over to the house, and they came over to the house, and they would take their shoes off, at the door, and they weren't wearing Michael Jordan shoes, our dad would take their shoes and throw them in the trash.
I could see him being
anal
like
you know
that.
What though? He had a whole bunch of shoes in his house, and he would give them a pair of his shoes. Like, they got the pick. So it's like, and if I found that out real fast, I'd be going over there with Payless
every day.
Every day, Payless shoes. Give me another pair of Jordans. Give me another pair of
Jordans. Smoke, you
still with us? Like sports?
I'm in the building. I'm just listening. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
TJ, what was your question?
I asked Eleanor, does she like sports?
Oh.
I like tennis and cycling.
Okay.
That's cool. Do you like the Williams? Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think the Williams sisters are the greatest tennis players of all time? Because a lot of people, it's a lot of contention there. I don't see how you could debate it, but it's a lot of contention with them.
I'd say yeah.
I think one of them is the greatest, not the other.
Yeah, I mean the other ones had like health issues and stuff. Yeah, but yeah.
You know what? I think is and no offense to I'm sorry, James or whatever, but I think a lot and you, Eleanor, I'm sorry. No offense to both of you, but I think a lot of it has to do with like I think after a while, like non-black people get tired of hearing black athletes are the best at whatever they do. I think a lot of it has to do with it. I could be wrong, but I think that's part of it.
I don't think anybody cares, to be honest.
I was gonna say I don't think it's a matter of her being black. It's just
yeah.
You know,
Did you say you
the
get
other
tired of
players that are out there
being the best
right now, especially in the women's league.
Sure. I'm
James,
sorry,
we can hear you.
Yeah.
No. Reiterate what you just said. You said you get tired. Did you say that you get tired that black people get tired of black athletes being considered the best? Or wait,
no. I said I think non-black people have a lot of contention with the question I asked Eleanor because I think a lot of them get tired of hearing that black athletes are great at whatever field they're in outside of the stereotypical sports blacks.
Okay,
dominated.
So I would disagree because okay, I'll speak for myself personally. I don't give a fuck what color you are, what sex you are. If you are the best of your position, then fucking I'm gonna give you props. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's real.
And that's why I don't like in corporate America where they say, oh, we have to have X amount of black people, X amount of Asian people, X amount of Latino people. X amount. No bullshit. I want the best fucking person to do the job I'm hiring them to do.
Absolutely.
Facts. Period. Where's the sound effects? Hit a horn for that.
Let me load it up. He's so accurate the way he just did it. There we go. Yeah.
James, you hit that one on the head.
Yeah, I was always in all seriousness, James and Eleanor, I've always been curious to ask a non-black person that question, but a lot of the situations I'm in is not appropriate to ask them that. Like we'll be at work or something like that. It's not appropriate to do that at work.
I know because work is bullshit HR. I know, right? I know it's stupid.
But I always want to ask them.
Hey, you know what? Hey, can I take advantage right now with the panel that is mostly black people right now? Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Okay. All right, here's my dilemma.
There's my African American.
All right. My daughter is dating a black boy.
Okay.
And his mother, thinks that we are the devil, right? All right. No, right. So listen to this. So she's not into it. And this is her second boy that she's dated. She dated a white boy before. I didn't like him. You know why I didn't like him? Because he was fucking stupid. Her new boyfriend, who's this black boy, he's smart. Guess what? I like that. I like that he's smart. I don't give a fuck what color he is. I like the fact that he's smart so that when I think like down the road, if they were to be together in the future, he's smart. He can support. I'm teaching my daughter to be independent anyways, but I still don't. I want him. I feel confident that he that he's gonna go places. Plus, he's also an athlete, which I like. I like that he's into his fitness and whatnot. But here's the dilemma.
Okay.
His mother, obviously has had bad experiences with white people. So she automatically, unfortunately, just generalizes and stereotypes that white people are the devil, and she doesn't like white people, and she really is trying to she's trying to discourage her son from dating my daughter, and we've invited her over. She's declined. She's actually came over. It's weird. She's come over to the house 2 times unannounced. One time she came over to her house unannounced. I'm out with my wife. She was just in the neighborhood. She shows up. My daughter and her son were at my house, and she's like, so she waited at the house. Well, I haven't met your parents, so I'm gonna wait at the house for 45 minutes. Right? We're at the dinner, whatever, and all of a sudden we get a text from my daughter. yeah, his mom's here. She just showed up. She said she wanted. I mean, that's a little bit weird, right? So, anyways, and then and then she even like questioned me, like when we're trying to be polite, whatever, we're respectful. Oh, I go to shake her. Anyway, all right. Anyway, I won't get totally into it, but she asks me, well, what do you like about my son? Right?
What?
Yeah, she asked me that. She's like, in my house, shows up, waiting in my house 45 minutes unannounced, asks me, what do you like about my son? And I'm like, oh, you know what I like about your son? I like that he's smart, because my daughter tells me that he gets good grades, and sometimes, my daughter's an A student too, but she even says that he sometimes helps her with school. So I know through her about him, right? And anyways, so I say that, and she was just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. And then the second time, which just recently happened, my wife is a nurse. She works nights, so she's at the hospital working. I text my daughter at around 10:15 and said, hey, are you coming home tonight? Because it's a weekend. She's like, no, I'm spending a night at a friend's. I'm like, okay, cool. So my son and I and my dogs, that's who I think is in my house, right? I go to bed before 12. I'm sleeping. At 2 mother effing, I'm not gonna, okay, I won't swear, Ted, on your thing anymore.
No. It's
No,
fine. If as long
but
as
at
Eleanor is not.
2:48 a.m.
Yeah.
my doorbell rings.
Oh,
My
shit.
dogs, my two dogs who you've seen before, right? They freak out. They jump off my bed. They run downstairs. They're barking hysterical. Now, mind you, I have guns, and I'm like, I'm woken up from a dead sleep. I got a gun close to my bed. I almost grabbed it, but something like my intuition says, just go check it out first. But I was like in
Bad
a dead sleep,
intuition.
right?
Bad intuition, buddy.
So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna check it out first, whatever. And I go down. My dogs are at the door, barking. I look out. I see headlights on. So there's a car running with headlights on in my driveway. So I kind of look out. It's 2:48 in the freaking morning. It's my daughter's boyfriend's mother in my house, rang my doorbell, and she says, is my son here?
Wow.
So I say, and I'm just like, and I go, no. And then right? I go, no. And then I close the door, and I go back upstairs, and I go to sleep. So my dog's wake me up about just before 6 in the morning that morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up, I'm getting the leashes on. I kind of look out the front door, and I see my daughter's car. In the driveway. I'm like, okay. And then as I'm getting the leashes on, I look into the hallway closet, and I see my daughter's boyfriend's shoes. I see my daughter's boyfriend's shoes in the closet. So I'm like, oh, he's fucking here. I'm like, all right. I'm just like, all right, whatever. So I walk the dogs, I feed them. I go work out. I do my workout. I don't even think I let him sleep. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I let him sleep, right? So then my wife comes home. I finish my workout. I'm coming upstairs. I just worked out. I come upstairs. My wife comes home, and then she's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, you want to hear something interesting? So I tell her, and then she goes,
God damn.
Did you tell them?
You
And I
all
go,
right?
no, they're sleeping still. So she wakes him up. She says, hey, your mom was here, blah, blah, blah. So they like wake up, whatever. So she gets up, they go and they drive to drop him off. Well, long story short, I get, we all have like tracking systems on our kids.
Right.
So like there's like a 360 app. So she tracked him at a particular house, and then he turned off his phone, and then when she saw it, and I guess it didn't update, so it was saying it was at another house where he said he wasn't. So she actually went to 2 of those houses first before my house. So between 2 and 3 in the morning, she rang 2 houses and then my house looking for her son.
Hell no.
So, dude, how do I handle this situation? I mean, I told him, I said, listen, he thought I was mad at him. I'm like, dude, I'm not mad at you at all. I'm not, dude, you didn't do nothing wrong. I'm like, I like him. I really like him. I like him.
Shit, wait a minute.
And I said, dude, I go, you didn't do anything wrong. I got no quarrel with you, but tell your mom. I said this to him. I said, tell your mom to please never come to my house at almost 3 in the morning, ringing my doorbell, waking the house up. I'm like, don't do that.
I have to ask, James. I'm sorry. This is a Chicago thing. I can't speak for New Yorkers. Like New York and Chicago is similar in like size and population, but boy, is the racism in Chicago, I would imagine, so much different than New York. And Tony, I'm sorry, James will know what I mean as I get more specific what I'm about to say. Like New York, like the jobs are very segregated based off neighborhood. Like you have to take a long ass train ride in Chicago if you're from the South Side to get any decent paying job, right? So that's one thing. The second thing is like when you said she went from like 2 or 3 other houses before yours to ring bell, everybody, all white people don't obviously think like you. So that was not safe for her to do that if you're in certain neighborhoods. And I'm pretty sure you can agree with that, Jay. That was not very wise to do nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like you're a cool white person with a gun. What if she ran into the wrong white person with a gun? That could have worked out very quickly. And I don't know if it's the same in New York, but I would imagine like for one of my friends from New York and what I've heard, I've never been in New York, but they say the racism in Chicago is way worse than New York.
Yeah, but you know what I have to tell you that I found out? My daughter told me.
What's that?
Because they questioned her. He questioned her like, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you go to my girlfriend's house, whatever, parents' house, blah blah blah." So in her head, and this is what's fucked up about the world, right? In her head, the media or whatever has her feeling that her son, is gonna get fucking lynched, is gonna get murdered. Yeah, seriously.
It's not just her either. It's not just her, right?
She really feels like that, and I told my daughter, I'm like, he's safest in our house, because not only do I have guns and I love the boy, but I have tons of cops, and we all have guns around here, and I have tons of cop friends and whatever, and we're good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we're protected. We take care of each other around here, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if anything, he's like, you're in Chicago still, TJ?
Yeah.
I'm an hour southwest of Chicago now. You know, because I like my land. I like to have some land. I like to have, like, I'll flip my camera. I like my neighbors to be far from me.
So are you past like Bolingbrook and stuff like that?
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm southwest, dude. Bolingbrook is southeast.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
southwest. Are you out there by Palos Hills and all that shit?
No. You know where Sugar Grove is in Aurora?
I know Aurora is. So if you buy Aurora, I know that's 45 minutes.
So more west of Aurora.
Okay.
Is Sugar Grove. See,
yeah.
There's a neighbor way over by that past that cornfield. See, there's a neighbor way over there.
Yeah.
But look, there ain't no fucking other neighbors.
Dude, you got so many. How much of that's your acres, bro? I like shit like I want land like that too eventually. But.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So see the fence line?
Yeah.
So that fence line, boom, I could take a 4-wheeler and I can go just in front of the over there, all the way down. Let me put my finger. I can go all around that tree line, and I can drive all the way over.
Sweet. Yeah, I like that, dude. I'm gonna eventually move, but I want to move out of Chicago. I want to move south eventually, but I'll always be in Chicago and have property here because I have a lot of family that likes this cold ass weather and high taxes for some reason. Right. So I'll come back. So I'll have some type of property here in Chicago, but I'm either Texas bound or Florida bound. Georgia's pretty close too. So one of those three.
I tell the boyfriends too. I say, listen, you fuck with my daughter, I can bury you anywhere in this
Let me insert this right here. That's any father of a daughter would say
That is very true. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something.
Yep. Any father of a daughter.
We can bury you. Nobody would know. Nobody would know. Straight up. Suffocate your ass. You wake up 6 hours later looking like Kill Bill and shit.
It's crazy.
You hear guns in the background? See, I got neighbors shooting right now.
No, I don't even hear nothing yet.
No, I hear them. I hear them in the background. They're shooting.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's sweet, man. That's a lot of you got a lot of like nice like grassland and shit around you, dude. I was just not too far out that way a few days ago. But
hey, TJ, look in the comment section from what Eleanor just typed to you.
Okay.
There's a switch you got to turn on.
A switch I have to turn on?
Yeah.
To activate the sponsorship button, yeah.
Oh,
anybody.
Is it in the settings?
Yeah, I gave you the exact directions.
Okay, thank you, Eleanor.
Yeah.
All right, so then there's finally some more neighbors over there.
Because you know, Eleanor, for a while I thought people just didn't like me. That's what like maybe they just don't feel the need to subscribe to my shit. You know what I mean? Like
well, I think it was just recently that they finally let everybody be sponsored. Like it was ridiculous that you had to have like so many followers and have so many people watching it. It's just all the rules are.
Did you hear me what me and Tony said, Eleanor, when we first opened? Was that on my video or this one, Tony?
Probably yours.
Okay, so you probably didn't hear it. Can I be honest with you about something, Eleanor?
What's that?
I honestly think it's easier for women to get those numbers than men. I just don't want to come off.
I agree.
It is.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You said
I just don't want to come off as being sexist when I said it. That's all.
No, you're not. It's just true.
Yeah, it's just facts. Yeah.
Why do you think, from a woman's perspective, Eleanor? Why do you think it's because all men we can say all we want until we're blue in the face, but why, from a woman's perspective, why do you believe that?
Believe what? Did we get more numbers? Because I've seen it. I can be on for like 30 minutes and get 500 views doing nothing, where my buddy will be on for the same amount of time and get like 20.
Right.
Like, yeah, I've just seen it.
Eleanor, is that the guy with the bandana?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Stevie. He's a chill dude, though.
Yeah.
That's really insane. Even think that you know what I mean? Like,
it's because we're perverts. Most men only watch Telemundo to see the women tell the weather. We ain't know what the hell they said. Let's be real. We don't know what the hell they said. Most fans of Ghostface Killer don't know what he's talking about, but they just like his music. With women, when they on Telemundo or they wear them damn dresses with them high heel shoes, we don't even care what the weather is. Let's just be real.
No, but wait, guys, you didn't answer my question now. So was I in the wrong, or what should I do? You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not in the wrong.
Oh God.
She's a kook.
She's paranoid.
You're.
She's paranoid.
It's gonna be tough.
Now, this is what I would tell you. This is what I say. That's her son.
Okay.
That's her son. You can't be mad about that. But 2:48 in the morning, she do that shit again. Go ahead and cuss her ass out.
Yeah.
No, but dude, I wouldn't cuss her out. But I told like my wife was like, you can't be rude. I'm like, listen, I said, woman, I would do that to the police if they came at my door.
2:48 in the morning? Come on.
I'd be like, no, bye, and close the door on him. I'd be like, you look at it and say anything else. I just said no, and I closed the door.
Right. Yeah, you did good. That was courtesy. That was metrism. As of right now, turn asshole.
Yeah, that's
this much time. Nobody's being taken advantage of. Your daughter's comfortable. Both of them come to each other's house with no problem. The fuck is you waiting?
Right. And you know what? They're both almost 18. You know what I'm saying? So I understand he's still not he's still a minor.
Still a minor, technically.
Technically, but they're like almost 18, like a couple months. They're gonna, you know what I mean? They're adults.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? I mean, what am I just like right up until the point that they turn 18? Then I let it. Yeah, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta already start treating them like adults, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, but the mother needs to get over herself.
True.
Absolutely, yeah.
She needs to get over herself, and she needs to come to some type of realization that, okay, my son this is who my son wants to date. I have a couple of choices. I'm going to accept her.
Boundaries for herself.
I need to when you finish too.
She's going to set some boundaries for herself.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly, and that's what I told Nemo. I shouldn't have said his name, but that's what I told like my daughter to say to her boyfriend. I said, I'm like, he needs to set boundaries with his mom. Like, this is not acceptable, you know.
Well, let me get a piece of this, please. Based on what she said and what you said about her being pressed by the media, I can't be mad at her, but she violated a lot because she could have just damn called you. She should have called him. Something telling me that she tried to get in touch with him before she came over there.
He did turn off his phone because he was hiding.
Yeah, so she was paranoid because
he was hiding his location.
And based on what's going on, I know where she's coming from, but she still broke the rules. You're gonna have to have a real. All right, I'll take back cussing around, but 2 foot 9, I ain't gonna take that back. Fuck that.
And
but
she took
to talk to her. If she's got her reservations or whatever, and both of them are safe amongst each other with this time frame, you're gonna have a talk with her. But next 2:48, anything after 11 o'clock unannounced, the ass supposed to get shot.
Right. I was gonna say she took a in all seriousness, and like you got to be real careful when you say things like this, but it's the truth. She took a risk with her life, like with you and coming to a random neighborhood. Somebody, let's say you're covered up, and bro, like it's not fair and it's not right. But we live in a racist country that a lot of is perpetuated by our government. They want us to be against each other. I'm not saying it's right one way or the other. It just is what it is. She took a chance with her life by doing that. You know, she could have been killed. You know,
but and it's unfortunate because we live where I live. I live in a small town, and it's predominantly white. And it's funny because my Latino friend, when he comes here, he says he calls it White Rock. But it's like, but I grew up in Chicago, so I grew up around everybody. So I like fuck racism. Like, I ain't racist. I love everybody. You know what I mean? I grew up with everybody, right? So. Yeah. And matter of fact, I almost was. It's funny because I almost was at my daughter's thing. I almost, I wanted to date this black girl in high school, and we were so close. I had the thing for her. I was like, oh. And like, she just didn't. It wasn't mutual, unfortunately. But
I'm sorry.
I've
had the same thing happen with me with certain white women. They will get with you, but they will not like down with your ass. And I've had that happen with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know what you're talking about. They'll give you a shot, but don't answer too much.
Like, James, man, dude, I haven't even talked to you that long. I love you, dude. Like, I haven't even I've seen you in one other broadcast other than this one, and you were like the most. It was a really contentious broadcast, and this is something I want to bring up eventually. With the lady from California, the Asian woman. Yeah, something Berry. Her last name is Berry or something, or her name at least.
He's talking about Uke Berry.
Yeah, her. I don't see. I came in there. You came in much later. Hey,
no Uke.
We can't talk about her.
No.
Oh, you mean Yuki's broadcast? Yuki and Michael's conflict?
Yo, clip that.
I was only in the comments in that broadcast.
I'm sorry. Maybe it was another video I saw you in there. Okay.
No, I mean, James was right down the middle. James was trying to get the conversation to move on.
Okay, gotcha. I got you, because it was like 3 billion comments on that video, so I couldn't follow.
There was over 1,000 comments on that video. I was probably like 200 comments.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I was like, holy shit! I need to start a fight with a woman on here so I can get comments to my traffic to my shit like that.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But you know what? And you know what?
And she's serious.
I like them both, but man, grow some skin.
I'm about to go fix my laundry. I'm not doing this.
Don't be so,
I was guilty by association in the first damn place.
Right.
I doubt she even watches it. As long as you don't tag her, she's probably not going to watch it.
No. We can't give that energy.
Yo,
there's 158 sets of eyes on here right now. Y'all cut this shit, please, because it's gonna come up.
Yo, clip that.
She's dead serious about her broadcast, and she's dead serious about what she's doing up here. I'm not gonna toy with it. I'm gonna give her that. I just didn't realize we were gonna get that deep.
Tony, you started everything last time.
I was in it. I was in the beginning of the convo, and I'm like, I ain't even know what she was talking about because I never said the name. You told me where I was at in the conversation. I'm like, huh? And that's the second time that happened to me up here. I talked to all of y'all, so I can't remember all that mess. But I didn't realize how serious some people were taking their broadcasting up here.
Right?
Can I ask y'all a question?
And I'm gonna give you that. If you that serious, I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah.
What? Exactly.
Can I ask y'all a question that's not? It's related to the video, but it's not about her specifically because I don't know her, honestly.
Right.
I really don't know her.
Right.
And I don't have a problem with it. But Michael, I've had nothing but positive. Like I've never had a problem with Mike. I see that he's go lives a lot, and I don't always get on his stuff. But I mean, is he cool or what? Because he follows me. Like you know,
Mike is cool, but Mike will push buttons, and I had to tell him myself, you can't push buttons the way you did back in the 70s and 80s with this new generation. And that's the line that's being crossed in a lot of people's aspects.
God forbid, because there's snowflakes.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. It's unfortunate because I'm right on the cusp of that generation that a lot of people call the millennials.
You are on the cusp. Not to play you out, but right now they can get you for anything you ever said ever live. And I told Mike that you got to watch what you're saying because they're taking out celebrities' careers off of.
But isn't that crazy?
So it
is crazy, but the whole thing is yes.
Do you know what I do? Do you know what my background is?
No, not entirely.
I'm a pro wrestler in training. You know that, right?
No. How tall are you?
Serious?
I'm 5'8".
I got a buddy.
Are you serious?
A friend I grew up in Chicago with. He was an amateur wrestler. He was doing that, and I used to bust his chops because he'd be doing this after work, and I'd be like, "How much you make?" And he's like hurting his body sometimes, right? You know?
Damn it, Ted.
I just want to be clear, James, real quick. No.
Free alcohol. I'm like,
and I can tell you a lot of funny stories in every spectrum about wrestling. I can tell y'all plenty if y'all want to know.
Let me get my bottle because y'all motherfuckers.
It's too. Now, I just want to be clear, James, make sure we're on the same page. You're talking about the wrestling with the ring, right? Because that's what I'm talking about, not the mat wrestling. I did that in the past before, but I'm talking about ring wrestling. I'm trying to be in the ring.
It's still fake, but they still get hurt, though. They still get hurt.
Well, hold on, wait. I'm gonna say it like the greatest of all time. Ric Flair said it. Well, he's the greatest world champion of all time. He's not the greatest wrestler. That'll be Stone Cold Steve Austin. But he's the greatest world champion ever. I'm gonna say it the way he said it. Wrestling is not fake; it's choreographed. There's a difference between fake and choreographed.
Right, true.
Right. People mislabel, and I'm not busting your ass. I'm just saying, like, it's choreographed because everything you see in the ring, it takes skill to do. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I can get in there and bounce off. No, first of all, do you know what those ropes are made out of, James?
Yeah. But the thing why they get hurt is when they make a mistake and they forget a choreograph, or there's just human error because you miss a step, and that's how you get hurt.
Yeah, you know? Because it's literally welded. First of all, your body's not designed to fall on plywood 30 damn times in a match. Your body's not designed to do that. And then the ropes all they are is cables. It's cables with water hose over that.
That don't feel good against your back.
No. That's why you see it's a certain way you hit the ropes. And like people, I see them hit them wrong, and I'm like, how stupid are you? But you'll see they'll have like hematomas and stuff on their body because that shit hurts. You know what I mean? So I'm saying all that to say this, not to brag about myself. I'm saying that I'm in the field where you literally have to be careful what you say at all times, especially with more and more women being involved in wrestling, because you could say something simple, for example, and I got in trouble for this once, and I learned from it. It's a world's champion right now in the third biggest wrestling company in America. It's called Impact Wrestling. Without saying her name, she's the women's champion. One time I told her, I said, you have to get a better work ethic for a champion. Do you know I got in trouble for that? You cannot say anything any remotely close about a woman's weight. And you cannot do that, no matter what it was. I didn't even say I didn't use none of the buzzwords. I didn't say fat. I didn't body shame her. That's qualified on Twitter as body shaming. You can, from one athlete to another. I told her because a lot of what people don't know about wrestlers, a lot of their health problems is self-imposed. When you're a wrestler, you have to be in top tier cardiovascular shape. If you're out there, you got bad habits, you smoking and you drinking, you pretty much taking time off your life rapidly when you do that. So I'm very serious about health. Always has been just from being an amateur wrestler. Dieting and making weight was life, just like any MMA practitioner will tell you. So I was trying to, as from one brother to a sister, and she's white and I'm not. You know what I mean? So I don't care about color. It's just like I see us as one community. So I was telling her, like, you need to take your health more serious. Like, you need to be serious because, God forbid, I don't want to see you drop dead. That is qualified as body shaming. So I know more than anybody about what you watching. What
you telling me something for real now, because I thought a lot of y'all talk a lot more shit than that to each other. But women in wrestling do have a right to claim some stuff because they weren't getting the shine like they have been over the past 2-3 years.
Right.
So I'm actually pretty happy, especially with that pay-per-view they had when it was all women.
Evolution.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the women used to do the roller derby? Like they would like.
Yeah, they still do it, don't they?
They do. I know. I don't see it as much as I used to, but they get hurt too. But that's choreographed too, right? It's choreographed, right?
I don't know if it is.
I'm not sure. I didn't follow.
I'm willing to bet it's fixed, but I don't know if it's choreographed.
I mean, I don't know if you want to use the fake word, but it was like a roller derby, like fake wrestling kind of, right? Wasn't it? Like,
I didn't know roller derby was fake. That's fake. That's considered choreographed.
I thought they were
real. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of. I don't know.
Now,
I don't know. It seemed kind of like it. But
appreciate that, Mike. I see what Mike said in the comments. He said, "Nah."
Since we have a predominantly male panel here, I would literally like to ask this because I ask this everywhere I go. And I don't necessarily subscribe to it, but I have a lot of people I know, especially as of like the last 5 years, that's trying to convince me that, women are less athletic than men. That's why they make less money.
I'm here for that argument.
And I'm looking like I don't know if that's true, but I hear people say I've never really, because I don't follow a lot of sports outside of wrestling. I'm kind of self-contained.
No. Men are.
I'm here for that. That's bullshit.
The male frame is definitely more athletic. The male frame is definitely more athletic than the female frame. And then I would go so far then on the male frame that the black specimen has more potential to be more athletic than any other race.
Interesting. Why?
You know what?
The latter part.
Eleanor, are you drinking a Foster's or a Corona?
No, but I think if you look it up, I think science.
It's in New Belgium.
Oh, okay.
Seriously.
Okay. Yeah, because I've heard that, but I don't like to. You know what I mean? I don't like to be.
No, I know, but I mean, and you know what? Just do your eye test. Look around professional athletes. Who dominates professional athletes? It ain't fucking Whitey.
No, it's not. And that's what got what's his name in trouble. That's what got what's his name.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, time out. Some of my best friends are white. Okay, don't say that. Some of my best friends are white.
Who was that dude that said that at the golf tournament and got fired?
I remember.
Yeah, it was back in the 80s or the 90s.
Yeah,
I want to say it was Fuzzy Zeller.
Oh wait,
I want to say it was Fuzzy Zeller.
Oh,
it was all like that with Tiger Woods.
Yeah, no, I think it was before Tiger.
It was Tiger.
That's Archie Bunker days. Remember Archie Bunker? Remember he used to he used to say, I have one black friend.
I think it was Fuzzy Zeller, but somebody said those shit. One dude said it at the Olympics too. And he was a famous broadcaster. I forgot his name. He was a famous sports broadcaster.
Was it Brett Musburger?
No. Brett was cross-dressing from what I heard.
No, you talking about Jimmy the Greek.
Jimmy the Greek got fried for it, and I think Fuzzy Zeller was the other one. That's what it was.
Fuzzy Zeller, yes.
Yeah.
Now, James, can I ask you this as a white male?
And Rush Limbaugh.
He's a whole nother. He's an idiot. But like, as a white, can I ask you, James?
Of course, ask me anything you want, man.
What was Don Imus thinking about being that bold? Like, do white guys think they can be bold like that, or what was he thinking about, bro?
Well, Don Imus?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, he's an old school. You know what? I think he probably was racist, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think some of those people that were that old, because of their generation, because of like what was socially accepted back then.
Yes.
You know what? I shouldn't say it that way. I should say that because certain things were socially accepted, even if they were inappropriate, people went along with it, and that doesn't necessarily make them racist. I think it makes them racist if it was brought to their attention that their beliefs or their actions were racist or inappropriate, and they disregarded it and continued it, then I would say, okay, then you're racist and you're an inappropriate asshole. But if you know what I'm saying, if you're in it, because think about it, the old generation growing up with segregation, growing up with stereotypes, growing up with things, and it was, you know what I mean, like, it doesn't necessarily mean they're racist because they're ignorant, right? Are you a racist if you're ignorant, or are you a racist if you know what you're doing, right?
Right, that's a great question too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's a great question. You know, and I would agree with you. He was old school and outdated and all that, but I just couldn't believe the boldness that he just had. Like,
he was. You know, when I look back at that, he's a schmuck, dude. He's a schmuck. I mean, I miss as a schmuck. When I look back, I like, you know, even Howard Stern now. When I look back at Howard Stern now, I'm just like, fuck that guy. You know what I mean?
You don't like Stern?
I mean, I used to, but now when I look back at him, he's a schmuck too. He's a schmuck.
I think I dislike his guest host more than him, but that's a whole nother thing. And she's a black lady, but it's just I dislike her a lot more than him. But you got to Robin schmuck word, James. You got to be very careful.
Robin Quivers.
Robin Quivers.
Yeah, Robin. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. I'm not a big fan of hers. You know what I mean? But I know that's politically incorrect to say that about a person of your same kind, but I just don't like her. You know what I mean?
But why is that politically incorrect? Why? See, that's
you got to ask the media that.
Okay, but why are you watching the media? Come on, I thought everybody on here knows the media is bullshit. We don't watch them, right?
You can't say that out loud, James.
My bad. Can I whisper it? Sign language it.
You can do whatever you want if you.
Sign language it.
You can do whatever you want if you're willing to deal with the consequences. You can do whatever you want to do. You know, dude.
Hold on, I gotta regulate the chat room.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mauricio.
We got some inappropriate chat.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna go through it, but Mauricio, Mike was joking around. We don't want you to be offended. And
what did Mike say?
You guys can't have a fight on the keyboard. You can't do a keyboard fight. So we're all in this. We're doing this. So you got to chill out a little bit, all right?
Hey, you know what? This is what I say to people that get offended. This is what I say, especially who like to hate on people. Very simple. It's very simple. When you realize that we all are connected, then you will never hate on anybody. Absolutely. It doesn't mean you don't have to. It doesn't mean you can't dislike somebody, but you'll never hate on somebody, because if you're hating on somebody, you truly are hating on yourself.
But if you hate yourself,
understand that.
I mean, we hate yourself.
What's that?
Well, I said, but what if you hate yourself? Like we get hates yourself.
Okay, well, then you have to work on that. Obviously, I love myself, and if you're in a bad place and you hate yourself, then you need to work on yourself. And it's not selfish to work on yourself. We all should work on ourselves. We should all better ourselves, because we're no good to anybody else if we don't like ourselves and we don't put in the work on ourselves first. We all need to work on ourselves first, constantly. We need to improve ourselves and work on ourselves, because the better we are and the better we work on ourselves, then the better we are for other people, and then the better we can do for other people.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. And I think that extends to problems that we have as a country. And it's something I speak like as an athlete, especially an athlete from a rough inner city. I'm more than an athlete. I'm a thinker in general, but I use my art form to express the social justice that I want to see implemented. And I'm not talking about this bullshit buzzword social justice that a lot of people slap on a t-shirt. Like, I live this for real. You know what I mean? I've sued, not necessarily sued. I went to the police station and reported cops that did stuff to my friends of all colors that I know that they were targeting them. Like, bro, this crap. First of all, I pay your taxes. I live in the city. I pay expensive ass property taxes. You're not gonna. I hire you, huh?
Are you Cook County?
Yeah, I do. I live in Crook County. Yes, I do live in Crook County.
Oh shit! And you are one of the highest motherfucking taxes in the state.
Yeah, and I live. My house falls on the Chicago line of the thing too. By the way, my house literally fall on the Chicago, so I have to pay. I have 2 lots, so I pay 2 property taxes. So
Ouch.
I'm not with the bullshit. But even if you don't live there, like if you one of my friends, you live in the suburbs, outskirts, and I observe it, I'm going to do something about it because.
Right.
A lot of the times we can complain all we want, but until you do something, they're not going to stop. They have to know that they're public employees, not pay for your ass to be here. So if I got a problem with something, hey, bro, I got guns too. We can take it that way, but I don't have to. There's no need to take it that way if we don't have to. I'm just going to do the pen and paper thing. I'm going to go report you to your supervisor, and I'm going to say, hey, house X, Y, and Z, I live in this zone because I got 2-3 major police stations in the district that I live in. Bro, I live at the block I live on. You represent my community. If I see that again, bro, this is going to be a completely different conversation, as in clean out your desk type conversation. You've been warned type thing. So that's how you handle cops. It ain't about, you got to respect their authority. Yes, cops get afraid for their life. And he is a cop. He has a gun for a reason. Like, if their lives weren't threatened, they wouldn't need guns. So I also have to think from the perspective of a cop, too. But with that said, I'm not.
Into the job knowing that. That's a risk. They go into the job knowing that. That's a risk they're willing to take.
Absolutely.
Nobody's forcing him to be a cop.
I agree with that. And I honestly think, and not to be disrespectful, it's a lot of chumps that are cops now. A lot of them. It's a lot of cowards that are cops. You have to have honor when you're a cop. You know what I mean? You have to have honor. You have to be courageous. And it's too many scary people with itchy trigger fingers that are police officers. Because there's a lot of situations I saw that could have been diffused just by verbalizing. Now, if somebody reached for a gun, and I don't care what color they are, you have the right to defend your life. But you make sure you take proper observation. You have to watch first. Because I'm a certified law enforcer in the state of Illinois. I work in security, but I'm a public servant. I have a license to practice all through Illinois as a security officer. So I know I have guns. I have a license to carry a firearm. So I kind of know what's what. And a lot of cops just don't use proper discretion. Like, I had cops that I had because I work mostly at banks and institutional financial institutions. I've had cops come places I work at. They're scared than me. I'm like, bro, you the one that got the gun. I can't bring my gun to work. What the hell are you hiding behind me for?
Why can't you bring your gun to work?
Because a lot of the banks don't want to get sued. I can't have a gun at work because if something go wrong,
you have conceal and carry.
Yeah, but you can't. But you got to go based off who you're contracted to. So if the institution you work at don't want you to have it.
But if you got a private security contract, you should be able to carry then.
That's if I have that agreement prior to with the institution I'm working at. It varies place to place because you got to think about it. Honestly, I don't even want a gun in security. It's more of a headache to have one than it is not.
No, I agree. I got conceal and carry, and and also like I work for a very wealthy family, and a lot of times, like say if I have to go to downtown Chicago to like. And they don't have Louis Vuitton shit at Oak Brook, and I got to go to the fucking one on Michigan Avenue.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my gun, and you know what? And I don't want to have to ever use it. You know what I mean? But
it's not that bad on Michigan Avenue.
Yeah. You
know? I'm sorry. Go ahead, James.
No, but you know what I'm saying? When I'm walking out of a store with tens of thousands of dollars of merchandise in my bags, you know, it's a different story. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But anyways,
I agree.
I never want to have to ever use it. Never want to use it. But it's unfortunate that sometimes you need it depending on where you're going or how much merchandise you have in your possession, just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you. I have to ask Tony this because this is in his frame.
Dude, I forgot. I had to step out for a second, so I apologize. I'm going through the comments.
No, you good. I have a question for you for something that's sitting in your frame right now because I'm a whiskey person. Is that Woodford Reserve that you have? That is my favorite whiskey. Uncle, no, I've never had that. Okay, is that whiskey?
This is the man that actually made the real recipe for Jack Daniels, and this was a black man.
Okay,
I put on this last year, and there's this bottle, and there's another one. So when I finish my Crown Real's peach speech that I had more than once, and I'm not going to bring it up again this time for Ted's sake, this is what I'm on right now.
Peace out, Sunday Night Smoke.
Right, and Smoke. But this is what I'm on right now. I highly recommend this to everybody. I'm going to find something else, but this is what I will be on for the rest of the year. I'm trying to limit myself to whichever one specific brand instead of mixing bottles like I used to do back in my.
Which brand is that?
Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey. There are 2 different brands. This is the most expensive one. It's like $65.
You know what's interesting though about how we talk about racism and bullshit, right?
Right.
So when you look back in history, the world is racist in the respect of this. The history is a lot of history is fake, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of inventors and creators, a lot of times, and this has been proven. So look it up if you don't believe me. Simultaneously, certain things were created and invented at the same time, right? But and a lot of times that inventor was a say a black individual, right?
Yes.
A black human being.
Yeah,
But
that's a
they gave
whole
credit.
conversation I would like to have
They gave
another day, but
credit.
please continue.
Yeah, they erased it. They did history.
Yeah, they gave credit to the white human being, not the black human being. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but they
plenty of documented proof on that too. Plenty.
Oh yeah, there is.
Plenty.
Look it up. If people don't believe what I'm saying,
The
look
cotton
it up.
gin, the damn cell phone, video games, damn near computers, stoplight, the design of DC. I mean, shit. You really want me? I'm sorry, Scoutmaster. I know you up here, but I'm a little serious right now with this option. There's a whole bunch of crap. The first 7 presidents were black. Nobody talks about that. How deep can we go into this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. Even
And
I didn't learn about that until I was about 12.
I did not learn about that until about 6 years ago.
With Chris Rock.
Same here.
The 13th apostle was black.
I don't even remember that. But hell, they all were.
Dude, this country history is so weird. Like the type of shit they lie about. Like, let's say for whatever reason,
it's not just this country either.
I don't
it's not
care,
just this country.
Well, I only can speak from the perspective of this, like, because you know,
fully understood. But the game is bigger than we realize, and keep going.
Absolutely, but it's just like, let's say, for example, let's say the roles was reversed, right? And let's say white people came to Africa, and the blacks in Africa was 70% of the population, right? Do you think, like, me as a black person, let's say I was the king of the country, whatever the fuck type of parliament they have in Africa, like, because my dad people are from West Africa, but I was born here, so I know a little bit about that culture or whatever.
You got some direct descendancy to the motherland. Keep going.
Absolutely. My West African, Senegalese, Nigerian, of Benin.
Take your time, get it all out.
Which is why I love their clothes. Like this, I love this dashiki. But anyway, but I can see both. That's why I see both sides of the issue.
I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Wiggle, you go to hell. Y'all go ahead. I'm sorry.
What? Did I miss something? What?
I hate Wiggle. And Wiggle, stop starting this. I heard 10 a minute ago.
I
y'all stop starting this up here. We ain't doing this on here. Go ahead.
Turn water.
Don't read it. Don't read it. You do a mess like that. You got to catch him though. You got to watch Wiggle. He was on Periscope.
I'm very familiar. I know who. Yeah, I'm familiar with him.
That wave for power and control. Yeah, we'll be here all day on that one, Anthony. We'll be here all day. We're gonna say that for another one. I don't know how much time Ted got because he just had to mute. I caught you, bro. Which go ahead.
So, like, let's say the roles were reversed and like 70% of Africa was blacks and the whites came over, and I'm the king. No part of me ever in my life thought about, I'm going to come up with all these lies and take all this shit out of books and say white people did nothing. Like, that's so counterproductive and stupid to me. You know, like, I don't see the point even doing it. Like,
not to cut you off, but you know what? The aspect you just gave, they only did one movie on. And not necessarily that grand of a stand, but they did one movie where the roles were reversed and nobody talks about it. It came out in late 80s, early 90s. It's called White Man's Burden. It was Sidney Poitier and John Travolta.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get a chance to watch that. What they did was switch the roles to where black folks was in power.
Right. And I'm not saying it has to be that way. I'm not saying
I'm not saying that either, but they've done it once. They barely talk about it. The lies are so big around the globe. I had no idea how big and how bad it was.
And you know something else, Tony, something that's bothersome? Like the people that you would think wouldn't lie, aka church, like they were some of the main influences in lying and preserving slavery. Like that's stupid to me. Like
the Vatican is one of the most corrupt.
So we an hour and a half in. How much time we got?
The Vatican is
Sunday.
completely corrupt. And I'm
not
saying all religion is corrupt. But
you want to wrap this up? Hold on, James. Hold on, James. You want to wrap this up?
No. Let James finish.
Okay, because I'm gonna come on right after you. We can finish it there.
Okay. I'm not saying all religion is corrupt. Like I'm not saying everybody in religion is corrupt. The lower people, priests and whatever, nuns, whatever. A lot of them, they might have good intentions or whatever. I'm talking about the hierarchy. When you look at the Vatican, they're demonic. They are not religious. They're fucking Satanist. Why do you think they wear black and red fucking robes, those cardinals?
Listen, save me that conversation because I'm never going that deep into the Vatican. And I'm going to tell everybody something.
Dude,
I'm Catholic.
you want to go down
I
the
went to
rabbit
church and
hole
that
on
was
the
it.
Vatican?
I didn't worry
I
about
will
half of that
kill
other
you
shit.
down
I didn't
that
really hear
hole,
about it
man.
until I
They
got out
are
in the real world.
fucking
I'm going to just
corrupt.
be real.
They're corrupt. The Vatican has so much fucking shit. I mean,
I've heard it, and most of us don't really discuss it or talk about it. But Ted, whatever we got to finish,
because
we
that's
go
the
ahead
thing
and
is you
finish,
get
bro. Because like I said, I'll come
deplatformed.
on
That's
after this,
how
and I can
corrupt
finish
they
over
are.
there.
You get deplatformed. You bring this shit up, they deplatform you. Anytime somebody brings anything up and they deplatform you, shouldn't that be a red flag that maybe that person's talking the truth?
The biggest red flag against the church like that is a lack of females. That's the first hint to most people.
Hey,
no,
we're gonna shut this down. Tony,
yes,
start it back up.
I will. I got y'all. Everybody follow me on my page. I'm about to come on